Kung ikaw ay isang international student at graduate ka ngayong April or anytime this year, definitely affected tayo sa bagong update ng IRCC about the spousal work permit. And a lot of us are worried about how the new immigration rules will affect our future here. Well, hindi ka nag-iisa kasi marami tayo dito na affected sa bagong rule na to. Paano natin ma-extend yung permits ng mga spouses natin ngayong pahigpit na ng pahigpit ang Canada? And naguluhan din ako sa update nila sa eligibility ng spousal work permit kasi hindi kompleto yung details. Ang daming tanong sa utak ko. So, I contacted IRCC and I got answers straight from them. So, please stay until the end of this video. Iisa-isahin natin yan. And alam ko marami rin kayong katanungan and hopefully, mabigyan natin ng linaw kung ano ba talaga ang dapat natin gawin for spousal work permit extension. So, ano ba yung issue? Effective January 21, if you are a foreign worker in Canada, your spouse's work permit depends on your job. And yes, as foreign worker, kasama dito yung mga mag-a-apply ng post-graduation work permit. Bilang magta-transition na kayo from a study permit to a work permit. So, as PGWP applicant, ano yung mga kailangan nyo para ma-extend nyo yung permit ng asawa nyo or common law partners nyo? So, sabi ng IRCC, dapat yung trabaho ng main applicant, yung graduating student na mag-a-apply ng PGWP ay nasa tier category 0 and 1 o kaya naman ay select occupations in tier 2 or 3. Yan yung mga sectors with labor shortages or linked to government priorities. Naglabas na ng listahan kung ano-ano yung mga trabaho na kasama sa select tier 2 or 3. And ilalagay ko yung link sa description below. Now, it's very important na masigurado nyo na yung trabaho ng main applicant ay pasok sa required tier category. Kaya mahalaga na i-check nyo yung listahan na binigay ng IRCC. Then, yung pangalawang requirement nila, dapat daw merong 16 months remaining on the main applicant's work permit at the time when their spouse applies for the OWP. Ano yung 16 months na hinihingi ng IRCC dito? Hindi na ba pwedeng sabay mag-apply ng PGWP at SOWP extension kasi kailangan may 16 months remaining sa permit ng PGWP holder? What? Like, kailangan ba munang ma-approve ang PGWP, then pag may approve status ka na, saka ka lang pwedeng mag-apply ng SOWP? Ano yung sabihin yan? Iba-iba yung interpretation ng mga tao dito. I guess the big question here is, can you apply for PGWP and SOWP at the same time? At dahil naguluhan din ako, nag-message na ako directly sa IRCC. And ito yung sinabi ko. I am writing to seek clarification regarding the recent changes to spousal open work permit eligibility. Then binanggit ko dito yung sitwasyon namin. And given the updated requirement that the principal applicant must have at least 16 months remaining on their work permit at the time of the spouse's open work permit application, we seek clarification on whether or not simultaneous application will work. Can my husband and I submit PGWP and SOWP extension applications at the same time? Or does he need to obtain the PGWP first before we can apply for my OWP extension? Ito yung sagot nila. You may submit your application for a spousal open work permit at the same time as the principal applicant's PGWP application. However, you must provide evidence that the principal applicant is currently employed in a tier 0 or 1 or select 2 or 3 occupation at the time of the work permit application, and that their offer of employment is for 16 months or longer. Ayun naman pala. So, pwede pa rin magkasabay yung application. Ang requirement nila dito is that yung offer of employment ng PGWP applicant ay dapat 16 months or longer. Ang magulo kasi dito is that sinabi nila sa nirelease nilang update na dapat may 16 months remaining sa work permit. Wala man lang explanation sana, but according nga dito sa inquiry ko sa IRCC, dapat minimum 16 months yung nakalagay sa offer of employment ng PGWP applicant. Then, tinanong ko din if dapat ba employed ang PGWP applicant full-time at kailangan ba mag-submit ng payslip. Sabi nila, at this time, there is no minimum hours required. So, kahit full-time, part-time, or contractual yung nahanap mong trabaho, ikaw as PGWP applicant, okay lang. it doesn't matter as long as naka-indicate sa offer letter na 16 months or longer yung trabaho mo. Please note, the spousal work permit will not be issued until the principal applicant's PGWP is issued. So, kahit sabay kayo mag-submit ng application, una pa ding i-assess yung application ng PGWP. Which makes sense naman din kasi dahil nga yung status ng OWP ay nakadepende sa PGWP. Then sabi nila, you need to provide a letter from your employer that confirms the tier category of your occupation or a copy of your employment offer or contract. So, in terms of documents, hindi mo kailangan mag-provide ng 2 or 3 months na payslip. Offer letter lang sapat na. And work-related document yung sinasabi ko dito ha. Like, syempre iba pa dyan yung school-related documents naman na kailangan nyo rin i-provide. Sa work-related documents, syempre dapat nandyan yung employment details, occupation, description of your duties, and yung tier category ng trabaho mo. Ayan, malinaw na ba? Let me know kung may mga questions pa kayo or any clarification para ma-inquire din natin yan at mabigyan ng kasagutan. So, i-recap ko lang ha, ikaw as PGWP applicant, ang kailangan mo is that makahanap ka ng trabaho na pasok sa Tier 0, 1, or select 2 or 3 occupations. And pwede mong isabay yung application ng SOWP mo. Third is that ang document na kailangan mo ay letter from your employer as proof na nagtatrabaho ka sa required tier job at yung duration ng trabaho mo ay dapat 16 months or longer. Kung full-time employee ka, edi okay na. Pero if part-time ka naman or contractual, okay lang din yun. Basta, ma-confirm sa letter of employment mo or sa offer letter mo na more than 16 months yung trabaho mo. Pang-apat, hindi mo kailangan mag-submit ng payslip kasi letter lang naman ang kailangan nila. Idagdag ko na din dito, don't forget, kailangan nyo din ma-meet yung language requirement. So, kung graduate ka ng college program, you need a minimum of CLB 5 score sa language test mo. And if university graduate ka naman, you need CLB 7. So, it's also a reminder for you guys to book your language tests, CELPIP or IELTS. Kasi ilang buwan na lang ka-graduate na kayo and magkakaubusan kayo ng slot niyan kasi marami kayong mga international student na magte-take niyan. I-review nyo na rin yung general eligibility to apply for a PGWP. Dapat DLI yung school nyo na naka-enroll kayo as full-time status during each semester of your program. May mga exceptions naman yan and special cases, so make sure na lang din to review that as well. And you have to submit your application for PGWP within 180 days after you graduate. Then, kung ikaw naman yung spouse na mag-a-apply ng spousal work permit, ang document naman na kailangan mo ay proof of a genuine relationship to the principal applicant. Proof that the principal applicant can legally work in Canada. Well, kung sabay naman kayo mag-a-apply, hindi nyo na kailangan yan. Then, proof that the principal applicant can work in Canada for at least 16 months after we receive the open work permit application. And proof that the principal applicant is or will be working in an occupation in required tier category. And i-clarify ko lang ha, kasi maraming nalilito dito. Walang tier job category requirement sa spouse. Yung requirement na dapat nasa tier 0, 1, or select 2 or 3 job ay para lamang yan sa main applicant, okay? So again, if ikaw yung mag-a-apply ng spousal work permit, wala kang job category requirement. So ayan, malinaw na ba? Like again, let me know sa comment section if may mga questions kayo. Ang challenge sa mga affected sa rule na to, yung mga gagraduate ngayong term, ngayong April, ay yung makahanap ng high-skilled na job. Karamihan kasi sa mga international student nakarely sa mga part-time na trabaho nila dahil nga 24 hours lang sila per week allowed na mag-work. So, maghihintay lang silang makagraduate para makapag full-time sa trabaho nila ngayon. And karamihan pa naman nasa food, mga nasa service industry, tapos hindi naman pala kasama sa listahan ng pasok sa tier category yung trabaho nila ngayon. So, kulang talaga sa time yung mga gagraduate ngayong April kasi hindi nila napaghandaan. And sana naman din yung IRCC, kung magre-release sila ng update, sana yung kompleto yung detalye. Nagkakaroon kasi ng iba't ibang interpretation kasi kulang yung information na binibigay nila. At napakarami ng international students na nandito sa Canada. At lahat tayo nagre-rely sa information na binibigay ng IRCC. Sa totoo lang, hindi din talaga maiwasan na mag-alala pagdating ng PGWP application. Sa case namin, ako yung naka-OWP at yung husband ko naman, siya yung gagraduate ngayong April. Ang plan namin ay mauna munang mag-apply ng PGWP para lang sigurado. Kasi pag sabay kayo nag-apply at for whatever reason, ma-refuse yung OWP, immediately, mawawalan ako ng valid status. Which means na kailangan kong tumigil magtrabaho. At kung wala kang trabaho, syempre wala kang income. And malaking effect yun sa financial status namin, right? And ayoko lang humantong kami sa ganong sitwasyon. So, isi-secure na lang muna namin na ma-approve yung PGWP para tuloy-tuloy yung status. Tapos, once approved na yung PGWP at secured na yung trabaho, saka na lang kami mag-a-apply ng SOWP. Total, mahaba pa naman yung time namin. But I'm not saying na gayahin niya kami, okay? Depende yan sa inyo. Ultimately, kayo pa din naman yung magde-decide paano nyo didiskartehan na ma-ensure na ma-extend yung mga visa nyo. But kayo, ano ba sa tingin nyo? Sabay nyo bang i-apply yung PGWP at SOWP extension? Or yung PGWP na lang muna? Share your thoughts in the comment section kasi for sure maraming makaka-relate. And please check out these other videos about some of the immigration policies released earlier this year. This is Yani. See you again. Bye!